every 6 months something is new. All right, let me talk a little bit about quantum jumping, including for those of you who have been through it. Quantum jumping is based on an unusual premise, a scientific premise. That is, it's kind of weird when you first hear it. The first time I was involved with it, or got the idea for it, I should say, it was right up here in Petaluma. For those of you who don't know the area, Petaluma is in little north of the Bay Area. And Edgar Mitchell has a group there called the Institute of Noetic Sciences. It's a very famous group. For those of you who don't know who Edgar Mitchell is a quantum physicist, and he is the 6th man to walk on the moon. He actually walked on the moon. And he's kind of into this New Age material, aside from the scientific. As a matter of fact, he had telepathic experiments from the moon. He tried to communicate with somebody on Earth from the moon just to see if distance made a difference. And the experiment was somewhat successful. You can never tell with those things. But I had lunch with him, and we were talking, and I asked him if he could recommend any books on quantum physics, knowing that I was not a mathematician. Because when I was going to school, the Second World War was on, and boys were going from high school into the Army, and we really didn't pay too much attention. All we wanted to do was fight. It was a different world then, because we were being attacked. We'd been attacked. So my math was relegated to adding and subtracting, and beyond that, and dividing. And beyond that, there was a mystery. And I told him that, and he gave me some simple books to read. And one of the things that I picked up on, I bypassed all the math. One of the things I picked up on was that the scientific community, something like 40% of them, believed in an infinity of universes. Now that word infinity, first of all, it's incomprehensible. You may think you understand it, you don't. You can't. You can't understand infinity any more than you can understand God. It's beyond you. And to give you an idea, infinity is endless. I have come up with the only definition that I know of for infinity, and that is one more. Whatever you can imagine, one more. If there's 1 trillion universes, one more. One more one, or one more trillion? Yes. Whatever. One more. It's endless. That being the case, whatever you can imagine is in one of those endless array of universes. Now, in quantum physics, they visualize you have to conceptualize it to understand it at all. You visualize the universes as a bubble. So our universe, which is comprised of approximately 200 billion galaxies, we are in one galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy. Each galaxy has 200 billion stars. Now, if you multiply, this is just our universe, so if you multiply 200 billion by 200 billion, you get an incomprehensible number. Now, that's not infinite. That's not infinite. That's finite. One universe. Now, take that one universe that we're in, our bubble universe, and create an infinity of universes. So you have an end. You can go into a state without even realizing it. Highway hypnosis, as an example, is a very dangerous. Wants a volunteer? Would you volunteer? We got a couple of volunteers.
Because I don't believe in that, that's why.
I'm sorry?
I don't believe in hypnosis, so that's why I don't.
Oh, you don't believe in it? Well, yeah. It's not to believe in.
That's what I'm saying. That's why.
And Caroline?
Sure.
All right. First, let me move your seat to the center here. Your chair. And put your that's it. Put your chair facing not me, but facing, let's say, that direction.
Right here? That's it.
Well, that's okay. That's good. Okay, before you hypnotize a person, you have to get them in a hypnotizable condition. And the hypnotizable condition is simply that they're listening to you. If they don't listen to you, you're not going to put anybody in a trance. They have to be willing. And it has to be safe, so they have to have trust in you. And one of the things that a great hypnotist is trustworthy. And they have to be beyond the beyond as far as trust. You never do anything that even smacks of the slightest bit of harm, only help to whatever you do. So a hypnotizable condition, Carolyn, is just to listen. So I'm going to make a suggestion to you. Clasp your hands like this. I know, here's what I'm suggesting. The harder you try to take your hands apart, the tighter that your hands clasp together. Understand that? Okay, now try to take your hands apart. And if you can't, do it.
So, the harder?
The harder you try to take them apart, the tighter that your fingers clasp. Okay? Now try to take your hands apart. And if you can, do it. Okay, now you're not listening to me.
Right.
Why isn't she listening to me? Because she's listening to me, she couldn't get her hands apart.
Okay.
Now try it again. Now, the tighter your fingers get, the harder you try to take them apart, the tighter your fingers get. Now try to take them apart. Okay, that's good. That's good. Now close your eyes. Now with the same thing, the same thought in mind, the harder you try to open them, the tighter that the eyelids get. Now try to open your eyes. Okay, now open your eyes. It's okay to open your eyes now. Okay, now she's in a hypnotizable condition. Now would you like to go into a light trance or a heavy trance? Light trance is just a heavy trance. We can take care of any problems that you might have. Do you have any problems?
I would like to, I have a tendency of working hard. And sometimes a lot, too much effort that I don't need to really work hard. Somehow there's a thinking limitation where if you work hard, you're successful. But that's not always true.
Okay, all right, I understand. Okay, fine. All right, well, that's a problem. She's associating she's associating a success with hard work?
Yes.
Okay. And
Hard work.
hard work. Okay. All right, now she's in a hypnotizable condition, so I'm going to put her in a trance. Now it's going to seem like she isn't, but she will be. You ready? Sleep. Okay, that's it. She's in a trance right now. Now, Carolyn, I want you to go a little bit deeper. I'm going to pick up your arm, and each time I drop it, go deeper, deeper, and deeper. And just relax. All right, now, stay where you're at. I don't want you falling over. Okay. That's it. She is in a hypnotic trance right now. And she can listen to everything that I say, and she's going to respond to it at the inner level. I'll show you. And take your arm, make it stiff. Stiff, stiff, stiff as a board. Leave it like that. Now her arm is totally stiff. Now allow your arm to collapse in your lap. Okay, fine. Now, Carolyn, from now on, you're going to work, but you're going to enjoy your work. Any questions? Tens of thousands of people. You run into almost every kind of a situation. So I've got so many stories because they all happen. I told you 20 stories. Probably I got 50 more that I didn't tell you that happened. I've learned how to walk on water, but I haven't learned how to float. But to walk on water, it's got to be a very cold day. Okay, we talked about the fifth principle, which is the principle of rhythm. The sixth principle is the principle of cause and effect, which everybody should know about cause and effect. Everything has a cause. There's no end to cause and effect. You are here for a reason. You saw something, you heard something, somebody told you, but you're here for a reason. Why did that person tell you? Because they heard something. Now, if you go back with cause,